Hello guys, we're back live once again, episode 19. It's very slowly but surely coming to episode 20. I can't wait to see that number, magical number next week. I'm sure everybody is being very faithful to this channel because we keep having the same number of viewers, or we have a slight increase in the last 2 or 3 shows, but I'm very happy we still have you guys, and I'm sure everything will be okay pretty soon. I have Christian with me right now. Say hello, Christian, to everybody.
Hi guys, hope you're all well, you and your loved ones.
Exactly. Lud is still walking the dog for a few moments. I hope you'll be back in time for the show. I still need to do some sound things, sound setups. Hello, Patrick. Just bear with me 1 second, and we'll just get this to work better because I had an event and I had this. I didn't have an event actually. I had a game of Flames of War remotely with Rob from Valley Gaming during the last weekend on Sunday. It's already up on his channel. What happened, and it's definitely a subject for our chat today. Today we're gonna talk about Waffen SS, the already new, like 4 days new German book. Most of you guys already knew some parts of it. I know Christian had some infos, and yeah, everybody here on the channel shared with us many of their insights and intels with regarding certain cards, certain units, or other things. Just to be sure that you guys can hear me loud and clearly, I will just check the sound for a minute. I'll mute you, Christian. Right, so it should be good now. Let's unmute Christian. Perfectly. So, guys, what happened? On Sunday, I had a very nice Sunday afternoon. Oh, we have Etienne. Is Etienne able to join us? All right, so...
Yes, but me and Theo is mainly gonna talk about the new SS book tonight, and especially the cards and a lot of tactica about it.
Thank you,
and
Christian.
The thing is, in my particular point of view, what I find very interesting is to see the Michael Wittmann card work, because you can buy a whole nother tiger for the same amount of points almost. So whether or not you want to bring him is more in for giving your list a bit more flavor. But in my point of view, I think he can work, and it might be fun to bring him in a tiger list. Unfortunately, you cannot take him as a support choice, which in my opinion will make the list into a gimmick list. Because you can pick maneuver if you pick some cheap SS grenadiers and perhaps some mortars and stuff alongside of it, but you are particularly vulnerable if you don't get the attack. So if you're defending and let's say there's deep scattered reserves, you'll be in a world of trouble.
You should not be defending with a tiger list, or at least you should not go with the plan of defense, because as Christian is saying, you have 4 out of the 6 scenarios in defense, attack defense, for example. in the battle matrix from Battlefront. In 4 out of the 6 scenarios, you have deep reserves. Am I right?
Yeah, but the thing is,
Hello,
I think
Soren.
the
Hello,
scare factor
Benjamin.
of bringing Whitman will definitely affect somebody. But then again, he's just in a Tiger 1. It's not like he's invulnerable. I'd rather see you bring the other guy, Baker or Bacher, or what his name is
Barkman.
for the Bachman. That's the word. That's his name for the Panthers, because it's only 4 points, so you can use him as a long range support option. But I think that the Tiger with Wittmann, yeah, you get ambush all the time, but when you always want to attack, there's no benefit in bringing him. Why do you want to go in ambush with him if you're attacking? You might try and hide him to get a good shot, but again, if you play against the defender, your deployment zone will most likely be 40 to 60 centimeters from the opponent, and you have the first turn, so why not start shooting from day one?
Exactly. This is exactly what we talked about last time, actually, Christian. I mean, when I talked about Wittmann, I talked about the fact that it is a good card. It is absolutely phenomenal, but it's broken because you cannot use it as it. I think it should have been meant to be used. I mean, you cannot use it in a defensive
Missions.
missions. Exactly. You cannot use it in offensive missions either, because who's gonna place ambush in their own
Deployment zone if you're the attacker.
Exactly. I mean, this is basically, it's a lot of points spent useless from my point of view.
Theo, could you share your screen and then open forces so we can see the cards meanwhile we are talking about them?
This is what I was doing, actually. You were reading my mind.
Yeah.
Such a wise guy.
It's the hive mind right here.
Exactly.
You and I.
1 second, I need to finish some ice cream before it melts.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I think like 10 episodes ago, it was me sitting there eating ice cream.
Exactly. Now I have my miss bringing me ice cream.
Yeah.
So yeah, I already have some Waffen SS. I can't say I'm pleased with it. I definitely encourage you guys to go over Valley Gaming. I will put a link to the video in this live description. I don't know if it updates while we are live.
But Theo, instead of showing the list first, shouldn't we just go walk over the cards and then could go through the list afterwards?
Exactly. Soren, I really like your Shermans, mate. I don't know if we should link up our stream to World of Tanks, Flames of War.
I've already linked it, mate. I'm right ahead of you.
Facebook page?
Yes.
Good. Very good. So, where do you want to start from? Should we start with Wittmann?
Yeah, just put Wittmann on.
All right, Wittmann, it's on for you.
So, where is he at? There he is. Yeah. The reason why you should bring him instead of an additional Tiger is that he has a moving off of 2. And then, of course, he can reroll his hits. But then again, you have to go with a minimum of 5 Tigers. And that leaves room for, let's say, some very cheap Beach Grenadiers as allies, and some SS Grenadiers, and perhaps some mortars to smoke with. But if you want to sit idle with this and attack, you'll lose. The thing is, back in the day when I used to play 40k, people had they were very keen on keeping their cool characters alive, such as their demon prince or whatever it was. Maybe he was really nicely painted and stuff, but he has to go out and bring home all of his points. So if you have Wittmann, You have to play with him a bit aggressive, I think, and especially the two of the other tiger platoons that you are obviously gonna have to take. They have to go out and assault and be aggressive, and then perhaps if you play a mission where you have your own objective, keep some grenadiers on it and use your mortars to pin the enemy and smoke them. Because if you just want to make like a shooting tent with your tigers, you won't be able to push them up and away from the objective in time. So if you play with the tigers, I think you have to be really aggressive. All four tigers going ahead, perhaps with Wittmann in support and using his reroll ability. Meanwhile, he's on the move, so you get the reroll in counterattack, even though they might have 3+ or 2+ to counterattack. If you
We have Sauron here who's saying you are way too focused on the ambush. Well, Wittmann can roll 6 dice for the purpose of 2 tigers, I think. I don't know, 6 dice. The thing is, you can take Wittmann on a formation HQ. I still need to look, and this is very. You need to do this in where is it? In Hobby, I think it is. Download lessons from the front. Where are you, my friend?
just type in Errata. The search area, then you can find it. You want to see the newest lessons from the front, or what? You?
Yeah. Where is it?
Just Google lessons from the front V4, then you get right to the page. But what do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think about Wittmann? Do you think he's only for a gimmick list, or do he actually has some merit in a hardcore competitive tournament? I could see him being brought, as a gimmick, but not for competitive play. He's simply too expensive, I think.
All right. So where are we? First of all, I'm really not pissed off, but I'm really mad that this is the second book Battlefront is releasing, and we don't have a lessons from the front for the British book. I mean, there are a lot of errors there, and some of them we showed on our channel, and some of them you guys found about them during gameplay. Basically, what we have to say here. So, for example, let's see where it says command cards. I want to see the one where
the reason why we're talking about this is that there's been a lot of issues on the forum about best firepower and what's the other card? Best something else.
Best infantry and best.
Yeah, and whether it works on half tracks and such.
Well, and I have the answer to that. Half tracks are not tank units. Half tracks are armored transport. So
exactly.
Basically, they don't work for half tracks.
But again, I am still advocating this. Battlefront, yes, it's very nice that they can sell book. Us that is born in an analog age, we like a book for reference. But I think they should make a digital version of the book as they already have. But then they should incorporate all the lessons from the front and all the topics and all the little annoyance and things that isn't thought through into that book, so you can download it just like a patch in a video game. So whenever there's a problem with, let's say, an issue like this with some formation cards or whatever, they can incorporate it directly into the book. It would be so much easier. Also to clarify rules about cover or whatever it might be, assault issues and stuff like that. Just incorporate it in the digital version. Yeah, then you can't sell that many rule books. But if you just have the digital book, and let's say I'll gladly pay $1 or €1 or €2 each month for them to update the book, and then have one guy just service the rule set all the time. What do you guys think?
Soren says it's the best idea he ever heard.
Yeah.
So if a unit is already in support, book also has a command card that creates a new formation in which it is compulsory. Can I take then the unit as formation support, or as what? No, you may only formation support from formation. Can I use formation card for a support unit taken as formation support? As an example, can I take a motor platoon as support of grand blah 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 blah? Yes, you can.
So could you zoom a little bit in on the page? Just
yeah, I'm trying to. What happens if in the French can I support no specific reserves? No, is the one where it says that you can use. So even if it is for a formation, a platoon can also benefit for it, but I can't find it.
But then again, let's say you're at a tournament. Somebody has written something on Facebook, and Phil has answered some of the questions. And then do you have to refer to somebody that's been ruled on Facebook? You see, it's completely stupid.
I think we already talked about that in our tournaments, and I think it's quite clear that if it is stated in the rules, if it's stated in lessons from the front, then it's quite there. I mean, at the ATC, we always have the the judges, and first of all the captains. I mean, if the two captains decide that the rule should be read that way, then
interpreted that way,
then everybody uses that interpretation for at least that game, and I totally agree.
Exactly.
I totally agree with this procedure. But in games, for example, in single tournaments, well, that could be painful because it happened to me. It happened to me actually in Germany at the German GT, where I played 2 matches against 2 players that were using the same. I mean, they were from the same country, and they used the same tactic for the scout bubble rule,
And the double bubbles.
I think triple bubble, because they were all using the Africa Corps 222 said it is KFZ, and then everything was. I mean, they were all over my counterattack reserves area. And
but that's an illegal move, nowadays.
Yes, it is. But then it was a post from Facebook that they were showing us, look what Phil said, but actually Phil didn't actually said that. Anyway. No. Do I need to send me for? Yes, from where is it? Build the cards, guys. Help me out. So upgrade main.
What was your question to you again?
So I want to see if I can take Wittmann, because it says it's a warrior, and it's a Tiger SS tank company. If I can take him on a regular Tiger platoon.
You cannot.
This is what I'm trying to fight. What do build formations card do? Build formations can modify the rating of a unit, blah blah blah.
But he's an HQ unit, and you can only take him in a SS tank formation. So that clarifies.
Yes, but it says somewhere here. What do build cards do? Build cards, they do that. I have to pay card units separately. For cards that modify the unit, you have to have paid the cost of units to be able to blah blah blah. Cards. Can I use 2 different build formation or unit cards on the same formation or unit? No. Both tank. Oh, you can. Really? Can you use 2 build formation on? This is stupid.
Yeah, but I think it was clarified the other day on the forum. You can only have him as an HQ in a Tiger formation. You cannot have him as a support.
Where was it? Because if you tell me if it was on Facebook, well, then I'm a bit, disappointed.
I'll find it, mate. I'll find it. But let's go over the next card, and then I can clarify it for you and find a new one. And then I'll just send you the picture of the ruling.
Oh yeah, so you can only have titled builds. You can have multiple builds. you may only have one title in your force, although you can have multiple cards with the same title. Upgrade cards fit your tanks on the other teams with extra equipment. Team can only have one upgrade card affecting it. What does upgrade mean? Okay. What do build formations card do? Build can either modify ratings of every unit in a formation, since it or it gives you a whole new formation that you can buy. So someone like US engineer, because if Vidmin is just an HQ and you can only take him on the HQ, it's absolutely useless points wise. From my perspective, I mean, all right, you have the reroll, you have all that fancy things. From what I figured it out, it's like you have 2 shots with rerolls, so basically about 4 shots, but you can only hit 2, so you have 4 chances but 2 shots, and then the rest goes from there. Alrighty, so let's go back to the cards. From what I like looked over and seen, I tried to make a decent unit, a decent list. Wonder if my internet is going down because the browser is moving very bad. But I hope it's not something that.
But that might be our thoughts on Vidman. I just think he's a gimmick card, and I would.
My forces are not working anymore.
Yeah, it might be some connection issues, but I'm hosting MidCon now in October, and I think some guys might bring Vidman to the tournament just for the fun of it, and I would love to see it there because yeah, he's quite a character.
Yeah, and I totally connection error. Woo, Budapest. Our good friends, the Hungarians, decided to cut off the connection to New Zealand.
Okay.
something happened there. Alrighty. Going back to this screen until that fixes. So
yeah, and I'll look up the cards as well.
Right. Basically, guys, I will just tell you a short story of what happened with my gameplay on Sunday. So Rob was very nice. I mean, we were getting ready to play our Sunday game. We already decided from Monday that I'm going to play U.S. Sherman list. He is going to play Beach Grenadier list, and then on Saturday I just wrote to him, there's this new book with the Waffen SS and everything, and he said, oh yeah, I was thinking about changing my list to the Waffen SS, and especially with the fact that, I mean, he said, okay, I'll play infantry, the same kind of construction with the infantry. I said, no problem, they are hit on 3+. That's the main reason they suck. So basically I say, go ahead, play the Waffen SS, and he made the choice to bring 5 Panthers to the game. It turned out not so good for him because apparently 9 or I think 10 Shermans can deal with 5 Panthers quite easily when they can get their flanks and shoot them on 4+ with 2 shots per tank. So basically every Panther got hit at least once. Some had their turrets turned and managed to glance shots, and some didn't, because we had a funny disposure of the tanks. I mean, he had his Panthers facing this way and the turret kind of this way. So basically we were deciding from each Sherman who's hitting what, and rolling to see what's hitting. Of course my 6s were there, and when I needed 6s I was hitting 6s. When I needed 1s I was hitting 1s, and pass all the firepowers. And then what happened is that from 5 Panthers, only 2 remained on the battlefield. Both bailed. Only 1 remounted, and of course, being fearless, they left with a roll of 1 for staying on table. So this is what happens when you roll 3+ units on the table and they're not Churchills. Or
yeah. Did you play your US list or your British list too?
I played my US Sherman list. It's a list I'm trying for the ETC actually, for the singles at least. I'm quite fond of it, and I can say that I'm getting some results that amaze me from this kind of perspective, because with the new AA guns, the my secret platoon, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, they melt pack fronts, if you can imagine. I mean, shooting 8 shots at 5+, hitting 3 shots, and then he passes 2 of his saves, fails 1, and then I reroll a 4+. But guess what? Sometimes you just reroll the 4 again. So basically, I got rid of a pack front with that AA platoon. It's a decent list. It's a nice list. I showed you guys. I mean, it's a list we made it together on the channel with platoons of 3 Shermans in the core, and in support 4 Sherman 76's veterans. So it went really well. I will just link. Let me see if I can link.
Forces is down at you. It's not only your internet. It's I think it's global, because I cannot connect to Forces either. So
I mean, if we don't have internet in Romania, I mean, we have COVID and internet. These are and women, our 3 strengths right now. Let me see, Valley Gaming. I'll link up the match we had. So I can see he's getting a lot of views. I'm very happy about it, because he's a really good guy. We had him on the chat here with us. Waffen SS battle report, and of course, I mean, he's not like very top tier player, but his skills are getting better and better by day. He's learning new things. He definitely knows much more about unit stats and about rules, and these are like the main things that a player should know when they start this hobby. They should learn their list, they should learn their opponent's lists, and then I mean, their units, to know what every unit does and what are their weaknesses and how to approach them, and then know the rules. And when you know the rules, then you just have to play enough games to be good at this game.
Yeah, I had an introduction game to a guy last Friday, one I normally play bold action with, but he hadn't played since version 3, and back then he just started, and then he was keen on playing something else meanwhile. So now I got him back in the fold playing Flames of War, and I said to him, obviously I made a list. We just placed 50 points, and I brought 2 times 10 Fallschirmjägers and some Stooks. Just played dust up for him to get some. It was my favorite mission. So, and I made sure that he had like artillery, some tanks, some infantry, some scouts, and everything, so he could see all the mechanics in the game. But as we talked about before on the chat or on the channel, is that Flames of War is not a very forgiving game. So deployment is ultra keen, especially the episode where we talked about placing objectives and stuff. And you win a lot by having a good deployment and knowing how to deploy your units. And I think sometimes that might scare people in the beginning of playing the game, and they might feel that they lose, especially because nowadays attacking is the easiest thing in Flames of War. Back in the day was defending. So you really have to set up your defense. And right now, I don't think there's a tier 1 defending list like back in the day, where you could build like 2 AD US infantry, or you could make like some fortified list with trenches and barbed wire and minefields and stuff all over the place. If you're gonna win a tournament now, I would like to see the guy proving me wrong. Uh, and I know for a fact that our captain and our team is very keen on trying to make a good defensive list, because obviously that's the most hardest thing in Flames of War at the moment. So
So
if you win a tournament with a defensive list, I'd
so
like to see that list.
yeah, exactly. So Helge gets the short stick and gets to defend for the next ATC. Nice. Good luck with it.
No. He took it himself, I think.
Yeah, I can imagine. Our captain also.
It's not final yet, but he's still trying. He's our best player, so.
Exactly, our captain then also said like something like this, but then the British book came out and he's like, well, I bought 15 chromos and I need to
Yeah.
do something with them. We still haven't decided yet. We will have our tournament at the end of September, after the Bagration Russian book is out, and probably by then we will probably decide after that what's going to fit the meta and what are you going
But
to say to play.
what is the due date for the migration book?
They said beginning of September. I think 15th of September is the right month or period of time. If you
Already at September.
if you want me to be Mama Omida, or the caterpillar mother, as we call it in Romania, I would say on the 19th of September we'll have the Bagration book launch. But yeah, we shall see. It's nothing official. If it happens, I didn't knew anything in advance. It was
Have
just
you looked into your magic
magic
globe
globe.
and
Exactly. So
fortune teller?
yeah, so Soren, he didn't charge with the Panthers. We play counterattack, and I was very like waiting for him, like a son of a bitch that I am. And he only managed to hit one Sherman. He came, so he had 5 shots on 4+. He hit one Sherman. He bailed him, unfortunately for him, and then everybody turned around because I had all my Shermans. It's in the video description. I think if you guys go, it should be on the channel right now, and you should guys see it. Let me check if it's visible or not.
But to answer your question,
Yeah.
Søren, about
So,
Las Vegas Open,
let me.
then once again, Felsenjägers is always a good choice because you get a lot of stands for a decent amount of points. But then again, what did he face? What did he face with his list? I would like to see that, because it depends. If he had some good matchups, and then again, if he won with a defensive list, what is his skill level? What was the level of
Thank you,
skill
Benjamin.
the players he met? So we'll see. We'll see. But definitely, Felsenjägers and 88 could work. Could work. But then again, what was he facing, and what was the skill level of the ones he faced?
It doesn't really matter if you ask. Waffen SS videos. What is this? Artillery. Whoa. Yeah, so we have like 7 videos on Battlefront. They just updated the page. Probably this is why. Let me switch the view. This is why they were down.
Oh, okay.
Community content. I was looking forward to see my community content here, but it's not there anymore.
It used to be.
It used to be. No, I just wanted to promote Robe's website and the game we had with the Waffen SS. It's very high quality what he does with his video editing and everything. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they didn't see the email or something like that. So the idea is, what are these videos about?
I think it's just promotion videos. Look at the miniature up close, and blah 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 blah. What does it look like and stuff like that. It's like the ones they do all the time, where they have this 360 spinning disc with the miniature on and filming close-ups and stuff
Oh,
like
did
that.
you knew already?
Yeah,
All right.
it's just a miniature promotion. But then again, I think Andreas Patkic or Pakic from Austria put up on the forum some pictures today of the new thermoplast miniatures with a lot of flash on them. And I hope it was just a bad batch, because I don't want to go out, buy some miniatures, wait for them to get to me through the mail, and then when I get them, yeah, they might switch them out with new miniatures. But then again, it's a consumer product. It's not like you buy some other kind of product where you have a lot of problems with it. So I just hope it was a bad batch, because if you want to clean up flash on a 15mm miniature, and some of them were very bulky looking,
What are you
it would
talking
be very
about?
annoying. I was just talking about that. Just because when we talked about the new miniatures they're promoting in the videos,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just came to mind that
My
there was,
mortars that looked absolutely horrible.
yeah, and it was the same. It was the same today with Andreas Pagic from Austria, I think.
Right.
He had
Yeah. So
some pictures of bad casts with a lot of flash on it.
yeah, I mean mine were absolutely horrible, horrible. All right, guys. So now we have forces. Now we're getting back to. Okay, let's take the heroes because we started with Widman, and we'll just go over them. Rudolf Roy. Yeah, I will not use Jagdpanzer Force, whatever. This guy has a scout rule, but he's 5 points. For 5 points, I can find something better to do than have 11 on the table. So, Rudolf Roy. He's the unit leader and may reroll one fail roll to hit each time he shoots with his 7.5 centimeter. Yeah, Soren is saying that that's a good defensive list. We actually have a good defensive list, but I will not tell you guys about it. It's actually both infantry and tanks, German, Greyhound, of course, which is the best go-to when you want to have defensive units. And I am usually losing to that list. It depends on the scenario. So basically, I'm about 50-50 winning with Fabi, who's playing that list, and he's doing it very good. And yeah, it's a strong list. So there can be one at least, but no 3+ fantasy with that kind of things.
But again, here's 5 points for a hero that can reroll each time he shoots one shot, and it costs 5 points.
And Joe
And
Atkins costs 4 points and he can reroll both of his shots.
yeah,
But
and he ignores
long range, exactly.
Yeah.
If he needed that for his AT-14, now he has ignored long range +1. And but this guy has scout. I don't know. It's useless from my point of view. What do you guys say?
You should use him for moving him gun to ground forward until you can get like a good shot on short range, or perhaps a shot
on Jagdpanzer SS, which could actually be just support. Trust me, and there are 14 points. So basically, you lose one Jagdpanzer, or you take the you have 24 points. 24 points for AT-11. No, thank you. And hit on 3+. No, thank you.
Yeah, and his range 80, right? Yeah. Useless.
His range is 32. It's good range. It's good. It's decent. I mean, it's the normal German range. It's not the 28 we have on the Sherman, so it's good.
But to look at it, what is for 5 points more, you get another vehicle.
Exactly.
It's much better, and the breaking point of the platoon is better and stuff like that. I would never buy that guy.
Okay, Emil Dur, or Dur, or how do you read this? You should know better German.
Yeah, I speak German. Yeah, I'm half German. Let me see.
Emil Dur. Dur. Dur.
Dyr.
Jeg tror baby. It was that
It's
song.
it's like a Müller. So it becomes a y sound when it's with umlaut. So Emil Dyr.
All right, so this guy is very funny. This guy, so after your 75 pack 40s get destroyed, this guy gets his Panzerfaust. And he becomes like independent team. Yeah, independent infantry team. So he just wanders around shooting Panzerfausts at tanks. I don't know, it could be fun, I guess.
Yeah.
He still has to back up. He still has to back up from the objective. He doesn't hold the objective. He cannot assault, but he can hit in assaults. So basically, if a tank gets, I mean, if somebody is stupid enough to get into contact with this guy, yeah, he will get his chance to shoot. I mean, if this guy can fire, this guy can fire a defensive shot. That's good. So basically, if you have your pack 40s behind your infantry and your pack 40s disintegrate because they are hit on a 3+, this guy becomes the national hero and grabs a Panzerfaust, and hopefully he will be in 4 inches from your first infantry base, so he can provide some defensive fire. So,
but does it turn into like a free miniature stand, or does it turn into a 2 miniature stand, or is he a 4 miniature stand? Because it must affect his hitting ability.
It says SS Panzer Grenadier Company HQ, so it's a three people thing.
Yeah, independent infantry team. Okay, so he has to be like a 4-man stand actually.
No, because it's a company HQ, so it's a three-man stand.
Yeah, okay. So because there's also something too about where you can fit him into and where you can fit him, stuff like that.
So basically, I think we answered this. It's a 3-man stand. He hits on 4+, no 5+, because they hit on 4+ now. No, what's their? The SS hits on a 3+ in assaults, isn't it?
Yeah. So he'll hit on a 3+.
See, so he will hit on a 3+ because Panzerfaust is not
effective. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, he hits only if he's hit. So he's only there to provide defensive fire. So if you get this guy, get him as close as possible to your infantry holding the objective and pray that he gets to shoot his Panzerfaust in defensive fire, or run him towards the other tanks and give them something to fight about it.
But to you, is it a gun team, the 7.5 tank hunter platoon, or is it an armored infantry? Sorry, an armored platoon.
No, it's the tank hunter platoon. So basically, they're pack 40s, the guns.
Okay, yeah, pack 40s, yeah.
Just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it must be the guns.
Usually, I get 7.5 centimeter SS tank hunter platoon. Usually, when I can't sleep, I just go over lists. So yeah, I'm guilty about doing that. Some people do other things, gamble or stuff like that. I do lists. Michael Wittman, we already talked about that guy. Ernst Barkman. If you're thinking about taking Panther tanks, I don't know.
I would bring him, I think.
So you may reroll 1 fair roll to hit in each shooting step. And if the unit leader is destroyed, roll a die. And on a score of 5+, it is bailed out instead. This is very good because you can take on your unit leader shots from other Panthers and hope for them to, your opponent will definitely not assign shots to your unit leader. So this is, guys, this is something that you should think about it when you're playing this guy.
But then again, let's say they have 3 Panthers. You shoot at them, you get 2 hits, you assign 1 to Bachmann. You try to mistaken target, you fail. Okay, you kill him, let's say that, with a lucky shot. Do you make a warrior save first, or do you use the ward save first? So let's say you try to make a 3+ warrior save, which you fail, then you'll use your 5+.
No, first you use your tank save. So basically,
Obviously,
if your tank is destroyed, so you use your tank save, your tank gets destroyed, you get to roll the 5+, you fail it, then that means that Barkman, it's dead, and then you get to roll the 3+ to get him back alive in one of the other Panthers.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking about warrior save first and then the war save.
No, because
So he actually has two. He has two. This makes him very unkillable. Actually, if you can both try with a 5+ and a 3+
yeah,
to get him off.
he's not unkillable, let's say, but
But
his
his survivability is better.
you always get, so you get for one of your Panthers, you get this 5+. How do you call that?
Invulnerable save, like in 40K.
Invulnerable,
Like,
exact.
yeah.
No, there is HQ and warriors. So
There is a warrior save.
it is, yes. I will just look in lessons from the front because I don't have. I mean, I have the book, but it's I cannot share it with you guys because I scanned it for myself, personal use. And where is it? Last stand, consolidation, missions, no, German ambush, spearhead, minefields.
Killing commands, I think it was on the bottom. Killing command stands. Oh, it was on the top too.
Movement command. All right.
I think it was something with killing command. Jeez, further down. Page 2
Killing
or 3.
commanders. If my formation commander team is destroyed, but succeeds in switching to a team from another hero, does the HQ? Yeah, this is from it. I will have to check actually. Let's take the rule book. Where is my rule book? Rule book. Yeah, there it is. Where did you go?
But there should be a warrior save on him.
Let's see. Unileaders, independents. Deserts, starting, moving. Where? So it's not in moving. It should be in shooting, right?
So what do you guys think about Bachman? Does he have any merit? Would you like to bring him in your lists? Let us know in the chat.
If I would take Panthers, I would take him just to get that reroll, but I will not take Panthers. So
they haven't been good since I don't know when. We'll see.
What?
I'm just saying we'll see if somebody will bring them. But I think there's a warrior save. It should be.
Killing commanders. Yep, no warrior save.
Okay.
So you can save Wittmann, but you cannot take. You cannot save.
Yeah, because he's the HQ commander. You can save him. Or what?
Yes. So when a formation commander is destroyed, the owning player can nominate another team at the same time of the HQ for the information commander. If cannot do this, the owning player rolls a die. On a 3+, the commander survives and switches to another team if there are one available. If there are no teams in the appropriate type in 16, blah blah blah. Switching to another team, rolling wines, keeping track of leaders. reroll all fail rolls. Also, he doesn't get that rule where they can reroll.
He loses all the benefits. It's just that some random Tiger commander will become the new formation commander.
No. I'm talking about Barkman. So he, you know that in the past, if they were warriors, they had the same benefits as the formation command, and you could use them to reroll morale. But now you cannot do that. It's only command leadership who can reroll things. Thank you, Soren. Thank you, my friend. This is why the community is strong, because we have you guys to bust our asses when we're not that right. Exactly.
No,
Good point.
but it's just I think it's our mind tiers that are so still affected by the ghost of V3. I think.
Yeah, no. The problem is that we didn't play any warriors until now, probably.
No.
And basically, when we did, they were all HQ thingies. So yeah, Barkman, it's your.
He's a must bring if you want to bring 3 Panthers as support. You'd bring him any day.
Yes, but you see, it says, Soren, if the unit leader is destroyed, roll 1 die. And he says that the unit leader may reroll 1 fail. So basically, Ernst Barkman is just the naming of this card. The rule is for the platoon. So as long as you have this unit leader, and you always have a unit leader, because, yeah, that's how
they switch automatically. Yeah,
they switch automatically. You get this for your unit leader. So basically, they don't. I mean, people can't snipe Barkman, and then all the other Panthers don't benefit from this. Your unit leader, your unit Panther leader, always benefits from this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah. Yes. So he will just, let's say you kill the platoon leader, which is Barkman. He dies because you failed your 5+. Then he switches, and then Panther tank number 2 becomes the unit leader, and will once again have rerolls to hit and 5+.
I think this will be fun to see when, for example, you get multiple targets shooting at your Panthers. And they take, you shoot with this platoon, you shoot with your, I don't know, Achilles, yeah? And then they kill the unit leader, or they bail him, Then you put the other targets on him again, and so on.
Yeah, but then you should actually try to mistaken target to the other tanks than the unit leader, because you don't want they don't get the 5+.
It's a 3+. So you roll a 5+ save to get your tank alive.
To keep it alive. But see, what I'm thinking about, let's say you have 2 hits on a free Panther platoon, and you get 2 hits on him. Let's say you want to kill the unit leader. It doesn't make any sense because he has a 5+ save. So if he puts the hits, you're further away than so he cannot say he has the rule of doing mistaken target. So you'll put him on the 2 other tanks and the unit leader, and then he will try and switch one of them to the unit leader. Catch my drift? So now he gets that normal tank save, which he fails. Let's say he fails it. Then he has a 5+, which he also fails. Then the next tank number 2, let's say tank number 2, becomes the unit leader and automatically becomes Barkman with a 5+ invulnerable save.
Yeah, it's very good. Actually, it's 30 points for 3 Panthers, 10 points per Panther, with an invulnerable save of 5+. Yeah, it doesn't sound really bad, actually. I mean,
it makes your Panthers more survivable.
Exactly.
This manner.
Exactly. It gets quite decent. Let me see if you can take how many Panzer Force. Yeah. So not good on the reserves roll, but yeah. So you can have in reserve 3 Panthers, 3 Panzer Force. Yeah, I think this could be a good reserve actually, because you can either bring the Panzer Force if you know that they're going to get their ass kicked, if somebody is waiting for them on counterattack, for example. And if not, you can always bring your Panthers to deal with heavy loads on the other guys. Yeah, you also get a reroll. Let me check if you best on the Panthers. If you best in the Panthers, so all units with Panther tanks have the following. So you get how many points? Fuck, 9 points. Whoa, that's huge. 9 points to have. So basically, if you get Barkman and best Panthers, you have 3 veteran, fearless, careful Panthers in reserve. That's 39 points for you guys.
Yeah, that could work.
Never. It's too much.
But the thing is, they cannot assault those tanks. It would be too expensive, and if you can't keep them on the table from the beginning, I don't think they will.
It's so
Just a plain
expensive.
tanker.
Oh my God! So 30 points, 40 points. So for 40 points, you can get 2 Achilles,
I guess.
2 Achilles,
Yeah,
or
8 Achilles.
or 2 Achilles platoons. You can get you can get 3 Tigers, which are much more resilient than. I mean, they also have a 2+, but of course they don't reroll 1 hit, and they don't have this 5+ save. What do you guys say? So we are 10 right now. So basically, you guys can tell us in the comments. You think that 3 Panthers for 40 points, being careful veteran, and with the Barkman having a 5+ invulnerable save for their unit leader, you think they deserve to be there?
How much is it if you just buy the Panthers plainly and with Bachmann? Is it 26 points for 3 Panthers?
It's exactly 30 points with Barkman. Yeah. That's decent because you can fit in Panzer Grenadier platoon, for example, an SS Panzer Grenadier platoon. So you at least get some more things on your list.
But let me say it like this to you. If you buy Bachmann for your Panthers and you keep them on long range, yeah, they might be concealed and long range, hit on 5s. And it would be better if they were veteran. But with Bachmann, it might nullify that a little bit. So it becomes better. It's almost like having them being careful.
No, I
but
don't
just
think,
a bit cheaper.
I don't count that much on my 5+ roll, my friend. That 5+ is very, very tricky, you know. You get it once in 3 rolls. So basically,
I know it's a 1/3 chance.
So basically, if you have 3 Panthers, you will get it on 1 Panther. The other 2 will die.
But let's say, in which order do you roll the saves? It is simultaneously, right? So if you kill the unit leader, do you finish your rolls 1 team at a time, so he can switch meanwhile, or do you do it simultaneously? I would advocate for simultaneously.
What? Tell me again.
You have 2. Let's say you have 2 hits on the Panther platoon. Yes. 1 on the unit leader and 1 on the other tank number 2.
Yes.
When you resolve the saves and the firepower rolls,
yes,
it is simultaneously.
Exactly.
So you cannot just first do it with the, let's say you use your 5+ invulnerable save on the unit leader.
You can't do that.
And then have him switch over.
No.
It's just important to clarify that for people. You know, it's not that how it works. It works. It's simultaneously.
Exactly. Soren says take 4 Panthers, Barkman, and Front Swine. Front Swine gives you 3+ tactics. What will I use tactics for my Panthers?
Shoot and scoot, and blitz them up on the hill, and then shoot and scoot them back. That's the reason why.
Alrighty. I think I will have to move my Panthers pretty much to protect my ass. I mean, this is what... When I see Panthers, my eyes turn red, you know, and I send my Greyhounds, I send my anti-aircraft against him, I send my stewards.
Yeah, to kill him in the side. I know. I do the same thing with my Daimlers, but we are trying to make things work.
Is like, hello Panthers. Look, a sucker who paid 30 points for useless tanks.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But I
know.
don't.
Yeah, I know, Soren. Don't. It's a great idea you have. So four Panthers with Barkman and Frontswine, definitely better than best Panthers with Barkman.
But then again, you can have 3 tigers coming from reserve and assaulting the objective you're defending. Stuff like that. It's just I don't know. I simply don't know. I don't have the answers on how they should make the Panthers work,
Exactly.
gaming wise and point wise, because the front armor is so good and the gun is so good.
They
So
should make they should make
they have
them
to make them a bit.
they should make them front armor 10, and if they make them front armor 10, I think people will give them a second chance, because with front armor 10 you have a 3+ save at long range against the AT-14, and then the Tiger has a 5+ against you. So basically,
But it's
a
a
4+.
historical game.
Sorry.
It's a historical game too, and you must remember a lot of people play it for that reason as well. So the first
I
versions of the
think
Panthers weren't that armored, you know.
I think
It's the later
Panthers were
version.
better armored than the regular Tiger one.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's not the first version.
exactly,
Because they
but
had
this is already late war. They should have had the Yak Panthers by now
but it's early
in the
late
game.
war.
It's getting middly, let's say. We're
Yeah,
getting towards the autumn of
yeah.
1944.
But maybe in the new version of Grey Wolf or Operation Liberation, they might get better. I think they're not good enough, especially with top one. Let's say you play against another German player and he has Hummels with anti-tank, free 2+ firepower. I would
Yeah,
be scared shitless.
yeah. Soren,
Not panic.
Soren, I played the Panthers, and I promise you, the next game I will play probably this weekend at the club will be with Panthers, just to be like, show you guys that it's not just my mouth hating the Panthers. I'm not hating the Panther. I really like the damn model. It looks absolutely fabulous. I have a pink Panther painted, so think about that. But I will give them a second, third, and fourth time try. But every time they disappoint me. I mean, I remember having Panthers die from mortars, from Russian mortars. That was in version 3. I was like so pissed about that, you know?
Yeah, and then let's say you have just artillery with anti-tank free. Like it's so scary. Think about it. 105s and stuff like that, bombarding them. Wherever they point their head out, they'll just be hammered, and they cannot assault something. The thing is, yes, they are a fine vehicle that can drive around in the back, but they're very expensive. Where Tigers can do the same thing, and as much as I would love them to work,
Yeah. All right.
I don't think it.
Let's get over this, because Panthers are history now. But Barkman, it's definitely, if you are crazy enough to play Panthers, definitely take Barkman. So yeah. Adolf Pichel. What is this guy's name?
Peichel,
Pichel.
Peichel.
So this guy, it's 3 points. Whatever. I don't encourage you guys to assault with 3+ aggressive units. But if you guys feel like doing that, take this guy.
Yeah, but it
But
should be for defensive measures like counterattacking and stuff like that. But then again, there've been so many versions of this for different nations, where some guy that won a VC or won a Medal of Honor or
yeah,
Iron Cross or whatever, they want to bring him, and how can we make him integrated in the game? We'll make him good at assaulting.
so I think he should have been 2 points, not 3 points, and basically he should have been 3 or 4 points for a unit that was counterattacking on a 4+, and he made it 2+, or for a unit that was hitting on a 4+, and he was making them hit on a 2+. I would pay 3 or 4 points for that. I would not pay 3 points to get just, 2+ counterattack and a 2+ assault. It's just me. I mean, for me, it's when I'm rolling, it's either I'm rolling 1s or 3s. I'm not rolling 2s that much. So, yeah, it's just me. There's a guy that I really like, Carl Prince, whatever, Heinz
but
Prince. So this guy is like the
but
ketchup.
just to clarify with Pykel, if you have your formation commander nearby, it's just as good with the counterattack, and you get 2+ an assault with 1 stand. Hooray!
Yeah. So
Doesn't matter.
this guy comes joint assault with another unit. So basically, this is another problem, and we can talk about this combination with the ninth. Righty. So basically, Tizzle. No, you always make me break my tongue.
Yeah. What do we want? No, but the thing is, you have a 3+ reroll with your regular formation commander. Yeah, they counterattack on 2+, but then again, what are the odds of you not counterattacking with 3+ reroll for free when you already bought an HQ? And then you have 1 stand that can hit on 2+ in close combat. The rest of your unit hit on 3+. Simply 3 points worth of that. I wouldn't buy it. You can get an entire scout platoon for this, which is much better than one guy that hits on 2+ in close combat. You can get Russian infantry that all hits on 2+ and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. This guy it's only him hitting on a 2+.
Yeah, it's only him.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Adolf. No Adolf. We don't like
No,
Adolf. This guy was something with the reserves. I don't know if you guys fancy playing a company SS tank and playing defensively, right? Take this guy. Otherwise, don't bother with him.
It's just like the old von Saugen. You would get E3 von Saugen.
Exactly. Let's see. Now we have this question with the modders in. So 17th Gotts von what is Berlichingen. Gotts von Berlichingen Marder.
No, Götz von let me see. Götz von Berlichingen. Götz von Berlichingen.
Exactly, Tizzle. Maybe I get another scout platoon. Exactly. So, Marders.
Yeah, Thistle, you're right. Maybe I'll get another scout platoon. My thought exactly.
So LG 140. I don't know this code.
It's just martyrs. It's just martyrs. I think it's martyr 3 perhaps with fundament 3 or something.
Let me check. It's important. Let me check. Should I see in Fortress Europe? Yeah, because they had martyrs here. Yeah, it's LG 130. Yeah, so it's this martyrs. So these guys used to be 13 points. How many?
Oh, fundament 2, yeah.
How many points are they now?
17.
11 points. Yeah, I actually made a list with these guys. It's good. And this is title. So basically you cannot take anything else with title. And I think the front swine, it's also title. Yes, because otherwise the combination with front swine and these martyrs would have been really nice. But these martyrs, I mean, if you don't take any other upgrade, and I will give you my go-to upgrade for the SS. If you don't take any other upgrade, okay, take this card. And if you play SS Panzer Grenadier Company, so if you fancy playing a defensive list, hit on a 3+, God help you. take these martyrs, because otherwise I will definitely take the best in infantry.
Yeah, but the thing is, too, what I think now I'm gonna put on my positive glasses, and I think they have top armor 0, so normally they are a bit afraid of artillery, and God forbid if somebody brings a plane, you have a 3+ to remount, and that's it. Because
Exactly. You cannot do what you used to do with the mothers. You cannot do blitz, shoot and scoot, blitz, shoot and scoot, because these guys are trained.
Exactly.
And you pass the blitz, you have then almost 100% chance you will fail your shoot and scoot. So,
yeah.
so it depends how you fed the gods of luck.
But it's like 25% chance of you making it 4
Exactly.
pluses in a
So
row.
so basically, these martyrs with the 3 panthers. So you take 3 panthers and these 4 martyrs, and you have 40 points for reserves. Might work. Why not? If people are crazy enough, they can do this. These martyrs, as Christian said, they will be food for airplanes.
Because of top 0. And
Yeah,
then the only
yes,
thing that might save him is the fearless. You have to.
exactly. But if you ask me, I will definitely go. So for 14 points, I would definitely go for these 3 guys. 13 points, 3 guns, 17 3+. They are not mobile, but at least they have a 4+ save, and they have AT-17. So basically, you know that if you're going to shoot at Churchills, those Churchills will turn around. If you're going to shoot at Panthers, they will die. If you're going to shoot at anything else, they'll probably evaporate, and they are careful. So
Yeah, and then if you spread them out a little bit, they won't be as vulnerable to mortars. And then again, mortars, yeah, hooray, 4+ to kill stuff. Again,
four
you will
plus
lose
four
miniatures
plus
eventually.
4+ against 3+. So yeah, okay, this is 9 points. Definitely take this guys instead of
Martyrs.
the mothers. So definitely take the Pak 40s, and I think they don't have any other. So you
No,
can
not in the formation.
so now you can take these guys also. So 6 points. So 6 points and 9 points. That's 15 points, and the martyrs are 14 points. No, exact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you get the same amount of 80-12 shots. Oh no, these guys are 4. Alrighty. Yeah, there'll be the.
But
I don't know. It depends. Martyrs could work. I know people like martyrs. I know people used to play martyrs. I would not play trained aggressive martyrs myself.
no, you should bring 6 Stummels instead. SS Stummels. Yeah, they only have anti-tank 9, but it's heat and it's much more bang for the buck. The Martyrs, again, it's like all these gimmick cards, when you can get Stummels that are that cheap for 6 of them, why would you go for Martyrs?
Exactly.
I would go as Geo set with guns, or I would go with Stummels, simply.
Exactly. This is all units in this formation have the following rating of -1 per unit. Last stand, 5+. Gotts von again. This guy. It's not as good as Greyhound, because Greyhound your units are hit on a 4+. I think they should have made this like no, it's a -1 because it's just the land stat, but yeah. Alrighty, let's get to my go-to card, and I will pick this card any day. Is the 12 SS Hitler Jungen Schnell.
Hitler Jugend.
Jugend, the young people of Hitler's
The youth. Yeah,
youth.
Hitler
Yeah.
youth.
So this is the bong. This is the thing that will make your salt and pepper for your list. Any unit whose unit leader is within 6 inches of this formation commander pass follow me movement order on a 2+ and may still shoot after passing a follow me test, provided they moved at tactical speed beforehand. So basically, you can move 18 inches, so 4 inches for your blitz, then 10 inches your regular movement, and then another
20. You can do tactical 20 centimeters. We play
yeah,
centimeters.
I'm talking in inches.
Yeah, 4 inches, 8 inches, 4 inches, and then shoot.
No, it's 4 inches, 10 inches, then 4 inches, then shoot.
Yeah, sorry, 10 inches. Yeah.
So basically, this is insane for your tigers. So if you have SS tigers with these guys, this is a bang, you know. But then the question is, where is the unit leader and how do you measure things? Because, for example, you have your unit leader close to your unit commander in 6 inches when the movement starts, right? And then, so let's say I move 10 inches. This guy is not moving. The unit leader is not moving because he's dug in or something like that. But I move my tank 10 inches away from him. He was in command when I started the movement. And then I take the follow me after the movement. I'm out of command from the HQ.
Yeah, but what you'll do is you have to just you don't have to go the full 10 with the unit leader. You can just push him like 1 inch or like a little bit, and then the other two guys can move 10, and then you're out of that problem.
Basically, the idea is that how I see this card is that your unit leader has to be in 6 inches with your HQ, with your formation commander, when they are doing the follow me order. This is how I see it. So basically, you move the unit leader first, exactly, Soren, thank you, and then you move your units so that they are in 6 inches when you take the follow me order. So basically, your Panzer Grenadier should be a reconnaissance company HQ or an armor SS Panzer Grenadier to.
But you can just move your, like, if you can see my pin, and if the stand is my pin and it's the HQ stand of the platoon, or sorry, the platoon leader, just do like this, just a slight move forward, and then the other two guys can move 10, and then you'll keep the platoon leader within command distance of the HQ.
Yes, but I want my tigers to be in command, not to get the -1 penalty for shooting. So.
But you have them in command.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're saying kind of the same thing as I am, but it's a good strategy, of course, to have your unit leader stay in command of the 6 of the HQ if you cannot move your HQ. That's a very good point. Then I was like going over the other cards, the best cards. You guys want to talk about the best cards, I think, right?
Yeah.
What was everybody complaining about? So yeah, so after this Schnell card, there's the other card that I really like is this Das Reich Front card that gives you a 3+, but you have to take it on absolutely everybody, and yeah, that breaks it from my point of view. And then the 9th thing, you have best Panthers, best Panzers, best Stugs, best infantry. Honestly, Hohenstaufen, the best infantry, these guys are actually what you should take for your army. Be careful, they are titles. So if you make your infantry best, you cannot have your firepower, so your heavy weapons, guns, and tank units also bested. So be careful what you choose when you make your list. I would definitely go for the infantry, although I'm playing armor Panzer Grenadiers or reconnaissance company, and probably will have a better better thing to do with my Stummels being able to blitz on a 3+ than my infantry, but I need my infantry, I need my corps to stay alive from the bombardment. So basically I will always keep them on a 4+, careful being hit. Otherwise, all the other things, best guns, isn't it the same thing with the best thing? So this is any unit, so this can be applied to other guns. I don't know which other guns, because all other guns are oh no, so you can take the Pack 43 veteran skill, careful, they are the same now. Support and other things.
Yeah, but I think
everything can have the best cards. Everything can have. Yes, but not at the same time.
no, Gio is correct. Gio is correct, guys. They just talked about it on the forum the other day.
It's not the same. So it's best Stug, best infantry, because otherwise they would have made it 9th Hohenstaufen whatever best. And then you had the choices, you know, if you're taking infantry, you're getting this much. If you're getting this, I'm not. Why I'm not? Because it's a different name.
Did Phil clear it out? So on Facebook, I'm just looking up on the thread you guys talked about the other day.
Yeah, let's make it clear, because everybody should know this, and I want to know it myself. If I can use everything with the best thing.
Oh, I just thought it was a title.
The logical thing, if anything is still logic in Flames of War, is that if it is title, you can only have one. I mean, you can have more of this SS company, tank companies. Yeah, so best Stug. You can have 2 formations of Stugs, whatever, if you're crazy enough, and if you have enough points. And you can have them both besten, but you cannot have best Stug and best infantry, from my perspective.
I would read it the same way as you two.
But it says Soren, it says there in the Canadian card that you can take also that. Here it doesn't say, or I mean, at least it doesn't say. I don't have the cards. If they say on the card, it's actually what it's written on the card and not what it's on forces. This is the general rule. The cards have priority to forces. So basically, if it says on the cards, I know you guys have the cards, because if they say, look, just to let everybody understand, clarify, yes, what Soren is saying that on the D-Day British Command cards, there's this Canadian, where is it?
Canadian. Yeah, they have troubles releasing the cards. Can't get them anywhere. First Canadian Parachute Battalion.
No. The divisionals.
Because that's the title.
No, where is it? There's one thing where it says, no, it's the Guards. It's not the Canadian.
Is it the Guards?
It's the Guards. It says here, you may also take any 15th Scottish Division title cards in your force. So it's said here. So you can take Churchill Tank Squadron and have them Guards, yeah? And then
Guards,
you can Guards, yeah, and you can also take the 15th Scots Division Tank Escorts, which is also title. And here you may also take the British cards, and whoever did the British book did it quite nicely and very good compared to the other books. The other books and the other cards are, oh my god. I mean, the American cards are sucky. The German cards are so bad from this perspective.
The clarification, yeah.
Canadian determination. Okay, Canadian determination. It's just for these guys. Sherman Squadron, Canadian Recce Squadron. It's a title. So if you take this is it. and
Yeah,
relentless.
yeah, because you cannot stack the titles, can you? If it's a formation, it's not like it's a unit.
No, this guy. This is the same. This is the same problem we have right now with the Beston. So you cannot take both of them. Yeah, this one is title. The other one is titled the Canadian Division Relentless and Canadian Division Determination. There are two title cards. One goes for the Sherman, one goes for the infantry, and you cannot take both of them. Right, but
Yeah,
I totally agree with you, Soren. But I think Phil should do a goddamn looking for lessons from the front and post it. I mean, it's already how many months? Four or
yeah, but this is
five
the thing
months?
again. It's
4 or 5 months since I'm like saying, guys, why I can't take Avres for my American book when this Avre here, it's a black box.
yeah, but Average didn't support the US because they didn't want Hobart's funnies on the beach, so they'll never get him to. Never get him.
They gave me crocodiles.
Yeah, but that's historically correct.
Give me Avres.
Yeah, but you cannot have it. You cannot have it. It's historically incorrect. But again, John, I love the fact that you get a message from Phil. But then again, let's say you're at a tournament and you have to go on Facebook and look something up, or you have a screenshot or something on Facebook, and it's like, mm, I'd say I know you personally, but again, is it something you altered on Photoshop or whatever, or does Facebook comments make rules for a game set? It's stupid. It's ridiculous, and they should update it. They should have one guy which only job was to make lessons from the front, updated continuously. And they could just get rid of that, as I said in the beginning, make a digital rulebook and adopt all these things. Make all the cards digital like they are on Forces, and then update them continuously with all the things that they find out. Because it is very difficult to design a game, and what you thought of and you agreed upon in the design team, you might not think of when you're sitting playing, and then you'll have some completely different set of eyes looking upon the rules and on the cards, and then these questions will emerge. So you'll have to have somebody that is in charge of rules
Exactly. You
continuously.
need to have a set of rules for everybody to follow because we can make our own rules and everybody will agree with that. But once we go out of our club or out of our meta, um, we meet people like me who are going to tell you that you cannot use Canadian division whatever because you can use guards and Scottish. But yeah, so Tizzle, also I agree with you. The ninth should be here. Put it like this, just so that you can calculate better how many points you can have. But they should figure out another way to put it. Then all the other things are the same. Armor car company. Yeah, I always hated this 222 they're pretty much as the other things. The Puma company is the same, just that I don't think it has. Yeah, it doesn't have the guns anymore, so I don't like it. The Hafsrak SS Scout company doesn't have the guns anymore. I don't like it. Yeah, I wouldn't take this if I wanted to play a recon company. I wouldn't take them from here. I would take them from the regular D-Day book. Um, no more, yeah, no more armor car companies from here. Now I will show you guys some of the lists I created. So this is a list I created with Hitler Jugend Christian.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to answer, Sean. Sorry. What are you
Yeah,
saying, mate?
so this is a Hitler Jugendschnell thing,
Jugend Snail.
whatever, and this is how it looks. I mean, it's a crazy list, but think about it that this Panzer Force can travel 18 inches and shoot. Think about this.
can assault in turn 2 if you want.
Exactly.
But you cannot blitz them. But you can still assault in turn 2, and then still hose him down with machine guns so he can be pinned before you
Exactly.
assault.
This is crazy. So, Armor SS Grenadier Company HQ. Of course, the Armor SS 7 points and the Panzer Grenadier 5 points. Then a mortar platoon, because you always need a mortar, always there for the smoke. Then an SS gun. And then, of course, the core of Panzer Force. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 Panzer Force in 3. So that's 12. And then 2 in the HQ, that's 14 Panzer Force. And the AA with the armored, because I don't like them having hosed down by,
MGs, yeah.
MGs and rifles. And of course some Wesps, because they're free almost. And these guys, this is a list that I will definitely play. This is so. As I told you before, the SS book only brings the Panzer IV to a playable environment. I mean, this is. I mean, you wouldn't care less because it doesn't have any armor, so everything that shoots at him puts him to the ground. So this time you can have as many Panzer IVs as you want. You can benefit from this Hinkler-Jungen-Schnell rule, and you can have a lot of fun, I think. I will try this list. Yeah, let's make it like this way. I will try this list this weekend and see how it goes.
But you should.
I know. I said I will try Panthers, but I will try this list.
But do you have any scouts in the unit? Sorry, in the list.
No, I don't.
You forgot scout mate.
I should bring a scout, exactly. But I don't know where to take out, my friend, because it's so damn close. I could take out 2 AAs and I can put in a scout, I think.
Yeah. You let's say you play a game where like it'd be nice for you to have scout. There's a lot of missions where.
There's always a good idea to have scouts.
Yeah.
So.
But we talked about the Panzer IV list. I think it's the best list that is only
but
SS
I didn't
from the new book.
I didn't knew the cards then. So basically, now that I know the cards, I would definitely go for this, and I will go for the 250 SS. This 2 points.
But it's very similar to the old Panzer to Demurs list, which was also very fast and hard hitting. And the core is really good. You know, they have protected ammo with fearless, so they remount on 2+.
Exactly. They hit you like a train, and they can shoot when they move. So watch out. Here we come. The Germans are coming. But this is, I mean, you need to have your half truck with you and your other SS Armor Panzer Grenadiers with you. And I think this list could bring me a victory. But we already have attacking lists, a good attacking list. This could be a good attacking list. I don't know what you guys say.
You could pick maneuver as well too. You could pick maneuver as well. This.
What is Soren saying there?
He's just talking about the
title.
You can mix the cards. Yeah, you can mix the cards.
How? It's not that I don't try Soren. I don't agree with you, Soren, but the rule says that you can only have one title card. If it doesn't say on the title card that you can have other title cards.
But we'll ask on the forum again, and I think eventually they'll get to it.
Exactly. The entire name of the title card. So you're saying that it says on the top that. So here, yeah, this 9th in the best Panzers, yes, this is the name of the card. Command card, 9th Hohenstaufen, the best Panzers.
Oh, he says the actual cards. You
All
know, you have to
right,
have the cards.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the reason why
Right,
there might be
yeah. This
some.
is why I told you guys. I don't have the actual book. I don't have the actual cards yet, and yeah, I don't know yet. But I'm sure when we will have it, uh, we have to wait for the order to arrive with the Panther kit and everything. I know I'm buying a Panther kit and I'm not going to use Panthers, but this is just me. Uh,
Uh, so I was thinking about actually when we talked, I was thinking about. Could you please look up the Puma platoon? I know there's only 2 vehicles in it.
yes. What
Because
about it?
I want to talk about the Puma. Because again, just like the Panthers, it's a really nice vehicle. Back in the day, there were more Pumas at some tournaments that they were actually produced in real life.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Uh, uh,
but I think the Puma has some merit now when you have 3+ fearless. Yeah, you get hit on threes instead, but I think you could actually bring some Pumas.
it's a 4+ last end, so no.
Yeah, but again, you get a
So
nice gun,
it's a 4+ last end. It's a 5+ counter attack. It's
but it's a
it's
gun I like.
it's
It's a gun I
good.
like.
It's the same. It's 4 points and it's aggressive. No, no.
Yeah, but again, I think if you want to play with Pumas, that's just what I'm saying. Then bring some SS Pumas because they
Oh
are
yeah, 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 yeah.
pointless.
Definitely, definitely. If you want to play Pumas, buy the universal carriers from the British book and play them. Don't play Pumas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm
But
just saying that they are better now than they were with the hair. I think with the
um,
Wehrmacht, they are better now.
I don't agree with you, and I don't agree with you from 2 points of view, 2 perspectives. One, you don't have the blitz at 3+ anymore, and you are hit on a 3+. So basically, you are hit on a 5 when you're moving and not shooting, and fives we know that that's a much better chance than sixes. So I would definitely go for being careful and having better skill to blitz and to shoot and scoot than to be fearless, just to be there to take the last stand, the last stand chance. I
Yeah,
mean, the fearless only helps you for the follow me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, but
So
I just think if you want to play Pumas, it's just because that's one of my favorite vehicles from the German arsenal. And if I were to bring them, I would play them in the SS.
really, the Puma,
Yeah,
how come?
I've seen
Ah,
back in the day they were really nice. You had a lot of Puma spam, but it was also because the breaking point of the platoons and rules for that were a bit different. But I really liked the Pumas back in the day,
now
especially
Soran,
with anti-tank.
Soran, my dear friend, send me the picture with the Canadian division determination
Oh,
and relentless. Now you're pointing your point, let's say. It's just Canadian division is the name of the title, and then determination and relentless, it's the two things that you could combine. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I can't wait to see it in the lessons from the front. I can't wait to see it in the lessons from the front. uh, yeah, it's very, very good. It's a very good point you're making, Soren. I totally agree with you, but this is why we need lessons from the front. This is why we need people to clarify things, and it's already been uh, 4 months, and God knows if they're going to wait for Bagration to come out and then hit us with lessons from the front. I would probably do that because they updated this last year in October, I think, last lessons from the front. And I know we haven't played that much lately in international tournaments, and we didn't fight that much over rules. But definitely we need this to clarify the situation. So this is my best infantry, Hohenstaufen, whatever. Um, if I would take, so if I would be able to take the other cards for having this Stummels and mortars and guns Besten, I would also take them. It's nice that they let you not take them because this will be 3 points, this will be 2 points, so 5 points, and this will be 2 points, 7 points. So I will have to take out 7 points from my list, and that's already a lot, let's say, because this list is definitely a list that I would play also. It's armored Panzer Grenadiers with Panzerfausts, SS Panzer Grenadier, then a mortar, then the Pack 40s at 9 points. They are golden now. They're very good. And the Stummels at 8 points are also very, very good. And backed up by our favorite Waffen SS D-Day platoon, which is the Panzer IV. Very nicely. I don't think I have the... Yeah, and some 88 guns just to have some 80-14 on the table.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good. Guys, this is mostly... I think I have another list, a Waffen list. Let me check to see. Yeah, the Panthers. The Panthers look like this. So 1 Panther HQ, 3 Panthers platoon, 2 Tigers, 4 Panzer IVs, armored AAs, an armored SS Panzer Grenadier in support, Wesps, and recon. This is another list that could make Panthers work. I don't think it will be the best combination. I still think the Panzer IV with the Schnell thing is better than this, but yeah.
But you brought the best unit in the game.
The Tiger.
No, the one that starts with a W.
The West.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just guys. We talked about it a few episodes back, you and I, and 7 points for mobile artillery that has a save against incoming artillery, and mortars cannot kill them and stuff like that. They can perhaps fail them. It is a must-have choice. Go out, spend your money, buy some Vesps, whether they're the old ones or the new ones. This is a really good unit for 7 points.
Exactly.
You pay 10 points, is it, or 9 points for priests?
Yeah,
I think
8 points. 8 points for priests.
And you pay 14 points for... No, it's more. 21 points, I think. It's for priests in the British list.
You don't even take those. You take
No.
you take Avre and mortars.
Yeah, I know. But it's just to compare them to the other ones. Vesps are really good, and I would say a list from here on until next book with the SS or Germans, you'll see Vesps included in all German lists.
Yeah. They're selling models, but it's a good thing. It's a good mechanic. I was taking West in my other German forces also. Yeah, 3 West, 3 Hummels, 16 points. That's a bit too much from my point of view, taking Wests and Hummels. I mean, you can always take more Panzer IVs if you can. Christian Kirkhold, it's telling us. You like this list, Christian, with Panther SS? Because if you like...
He's a new guy from the Danish community. Just got into the hobby.
Right.
So it's really nice that you are here, Christian. Keep it up.
So he really likes the Panthers, I think. He probably comes from World of Tanks or something like that, and he's very welcome to our community and to the hobby. The idea is, let's make it this way. So it's either this list or the other list I'm going to play this weekend. Which one you guys choose? Which one you guys want to see? Probably lose, but still.
You want to see the Panthers team?
No.
You have to face it.
So we have 7 viewers. I have your vote. Guys, tell me tell me very, very fast, because we will have to close pretty soon. We're getting late already. So between the Panthers and where are those guys? Best armored.
Yeah. One thing to note is that when you make a list in forces, always name them, because you'll end up like me with a lot of lists that all has the same number of 100 points. So I found out like months ago, hey, I could name them. I've
Exactly.
been playing the game for 8 years now.
Yeah, the Hitlerjungen. So
This
it's
one,
either this list with a lot of Panzer Force and the Schnell thing, and this Panther list. So I have Panthers, Panzer Force, finally something loving me. All right. Somebody else. Don't be shy, just comment. Or you probably need an account to comment or log in. Yeah, P for Panthers and 4 for Panzer Force.
and I vote the first P.
Yeah, I will settle with you guys voting. So 3 votes for Panthers, 1 for Panzer 4.
And to think about it, you can't win with the Panthers now. You have to prove your theory wrong. And if you come and say you lost the game, I don't think you tried hard enough.
Right. Everybody's saying P. Come on, Reap. Exactly. It's P from Reap. All right. You guys are funny. All right. We should see how it goes.
But to,
Yeah.
I think it's time for the anecdote.
Yeah. Tell me. Yeah. What do you have for today?
I've been reading Anthony Beevor's book Arnhem, because I got it from my father-in-law. And as you know, I'm a paraholic. I love everything with paras, especially the British ones. And I read a lot about Market Garden.
All
Read
right.
about the Paris in particular. And last time I told you about the biography of John Frost, the guy who commanded the 2nd Battalion guarding the northern part of British Arnhem. And now, when I've been reading this new book from Anthony Beaver, something that I found out was really crazy was that beforehand or prior to the operation itself, they needed intel. So obviously they've been flying across, taking pictures with the Spitfires and whatnot. But some of the 2nd Household Cavalry, Daimlers, which I play now and you play, and I've always been fond of, they were charged with a task of going deep behind German lines. So Joe Vandeler, the guy who was in command of the Irish Guards leading 30th Corps down Hell's Highway, prior to his assault, him and the staff had sent out 2 Daimlers, only 2 Daimlers, driving at night through all the German lines on the single road that was. And during the daytime, they were away for 24 hours. So they stopped and talked to the local in the area around Nijmegen, and had tea and chatted with the underground and the resistance and everybody. And then when they drove back, they just drove as fast as possible as the vehicle could. And at the first, the Germans couldn't understand, what is this? Is it some captured Daimlers or whatever are they doing here? And then they found out it's actually British guys, and they hammered the vehicles with machine gun fire and rifle fire. But all the guns were facing towards Belgium and towards the front, so they didn't have time to wheel all the guns around. And they tried, so meanwhile moving them around, they just drove past them. So they've been going like 60, 70, 80 kilometers an hour, full throttle, like through all of the German positions, and got back with some intel. That takes some courage, I think, to run the gauntlet on on a highway through German lines at broad daylight. And
Well,
they were like 30 kilometers behind enemy lines.
that's a story to go with. I mean, Yeah, that's really brave, and it takes balls for people to do that, and especially in like, I mean, I'm always thinking about it. What what were these guys thinking back then? I mean, most of them were young guys. Like, I'm not that young anymore, and probably they were 20, 21, 22, and I can imagine going and doing that. Probably some of them had fun, I think, at a
Yeah.
point.
Uh, the thing is, I think when the book, the way it's written, is that it is with diaries and letters from the highest general to the lowest private, and the way they explain some of the things, like in the book, when they had the glider infantry, they were landing during the daylight, and they are the horse gliders and the bigger Hamilcar gliders were made out of wood, plywood. So at one point, some U.S. glider infantry, oh, some British glider infantry, sorry, had their pilot killed from machine gun fire coming from below, and there was no co-pilot because there were lack of planes and pilots. So before he died, he got hit three times in his body from like a salvo, and some of the other guys sitting in the back from the infantry ran up and took the co-pilot's stick.
Mm-hmm.
And before he died, he gave him some basic instructions on how to land the glider. Think about that. Not complaining about him having, pain or being scared or whatever. Just the adrenaline kicking off,
And
and you
trying.
have this, you have the sanity to guide the other guy through how to land the plane. Because if not, a plane full of 20 guys would have died. You know, the mentality of some of those guys, you can't find that today in the PlayStation generation.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't, but usually tough times make tough people. This is
Yeah.
how. This is what history proved to us. Like, after these monstrosities of atrocities, and war is not a fun thing. Um, but it builds characters after that. I mean, people know that we should not do that because that's bad. And this is why, for example, I'm sure that most of the German population that returned to Germany, so soldiers and civilians even, uh, thought to themselves, well, we kind of brought this to ourselves by being aggressive. Not them personally, because yeah, the footman is not like the one responsible. Is the one that points the gun to his head and says, "Charge ahead, or I'll shoot you." And
And then again, all the poor people that get conscripted into the German army, all the Ostfrontruppen, all the Polish guys and Czech guys and stuff like that.
exactly,
But I just love reading all those little first-hand stories from all the guys that were there, because you always hear about Patton and you hear about Montgomery or whatever, or like Hollywood heroes like Whitman. Yeah, he was a great character, but Kurt Knizblue had more kills, stuff like that. I know he's a card now, but the regular guy who was a tailor or a butcher or like a farmer or whatever, who volunteered when thing was tough and went overseas and did stuff.
yeah.
I love reading about those guys because
Those are the real stories.
those are the real stories, right?
Exactly, exactly. All right, guys. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, everybody, watching us. I think it was a pretty fruitful stream tonight. We managed to go over most of the Waffen SS book. If there's something that we need to do, it's build more lists and test them out. I will surely test this Panther list to see if you guys are right, if I'm wrong, or if it's the other way around. I will take pictures and I will prove to you that Panthers are worthless.
And one more thing, if you guys want us to review one of your lists, just just send them to Theo's mail,
Exactly.
and then you can put it in the description to you, or like write it in the comments. Send Theo an email with your lists, and then on the show next week we'll walk over your list,
Yeah, I will
go
just
through it,
I
and
will
give
just
our
write my
pointers.
email here. So in in the in the
And
video
if you have
description.
others, and if you have other subjects you want us to discuss or debate, or things you want to have clarified, just write it in the comments or bring it up next week. It's nice to have an audience that is interacting with us and correcting us if you're wrong, and we're having a debate. It's lovely, and it's very
Yeah,
nice to see the usual suspects on the chat, but also some new guys.
exactly, exactly. All right, guys. Thank you very much once again. News update. I was just about to forget about it. Tomorrow, I will do a very very short 30 minutes chat with Mikal from Poland, the team captain of Poland, who I got in touch with this week or last week, and we are just trying to synchronize our schedules so to get them into our lot and to get their community together with us, so we know what the Polish players do, because yeah, they are the world champions. They used to be world champions, and they're very very good players, highly experienced, and have a very big community, and we need to get them here and find out and pick their brains and find out what their lists are going to be for the next ATC.
No, no, no. That's like getting into Fort Knox. You'll never get it out of you.
Exactly. No, I'm just saying. I just want them here, and they're good friends of mine. We always go out for drinks and have fun at the ATC with them. So they're the good buddies. And stay tuned. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, we'll get Mikkel on the scene. 30 minutes, not more, and we will then resume our regular schedule, let's say. It will be episode 19.5. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Christian, thank you very much also. Nice to have you here, buddy. I hope I will get Lud back after he finishes walking his dog.
Hopefully next week.
Hopefully next time we miss him. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.